Did you know that far beyond the familiar lands of Greece and Egypt, ancient texts spoke of a realm so pure, so advanced, that even the gods envied it? A paradise said to exist not in the tropics, but in the far north, where we now find only endless snow. Its name was Hyperborea. To most, it was a myth. To the ancient Greeks, it was memory, and to modern scholars, it has become a mystery too vast to ignore. For centuries, people believed the Arctic had always been a wasteland. But modern science now whispers a different story. Geological evidence reveals that thousands of years ago, the poles were green, fertile, and teeming with life. So what if the stories of Hyperborea were not imagination, but fragments of a forgotten age? The name Hyperborea itself means beyond Boreas, beyond the icy breath of the north wind. Ancient poets like Pindar and Homer described this mysterious land as a realm of eternal sunlight, a place where winter never came, where disease and war did not exist, and where humans lived as gods once did. The Greeks didn't see Hyperborea as fantasy. They believed it was a physical place, a northern paradise just out of reach. To them, the sun never set there. The air shimmered with a divine glow. People sang hymns of joy, living in harmony with nature and the heavens. But how could such a place exist in the Arctic? Today, we know that above the Arctic Circle, the sun truly never sets for months during summer. For ancient Mediterranean civilizations, this phenomenon would have seemed miraculous, almost divine proof that such a land was real. Hyperborea wasn't beyond belief. It was beyond reach. The philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche later echoed ancient whispers, writing, "Neither by land nor sea can you find the road to the Hyperboreans." He wasn't merely being poetic. His words hinted at something forbidden, a paradise hidden not only by distance, but by time itself. The Greek historian Diodorus Siculus offered one of the most detailed accounts of Hyperborea. He described it as a massive island, roughly the size of Sicily, located far to the north. He wrote of vast plains, fertile soil, and a magnificent temple dedicated to Apollo, the god of light, prophecy, and healing. Pilgrims, he said, journeyed there from all over the known world to honor Apollo. And every 19 years, the god himself returned to his sacred homeland to rejuvenate among his chosen people. If this was just a myth, why such precise geography? Why temples, rituals, and pilgrimages described with such accuracy? Perhaps because the Greeks weren't inventing a legend. They were preserving a memory. Ancient texts paint the Hyperboreans as tall, radiant beings, their skin glowing with health, their eyes filled with wisdom. They were said to live for centuries, untouched by disease or decay. Poets described them as living in songs and dances, their lives in perfect harmony with the divine. They were not bound by war or greed. They lived by celestial law, not human law. Could these radiant people have unlocked secrets of human longevity? Were they masters of consciousness itself? The Greeks certainly believed they were. And here's something even stranger. These beings were said to communicate not through words, but through thought, pure, honest telepathy. When minds connect directly, deceit becomes impossible. Truth becomes law. In the oldest fragments of myth, Hyperborea wasn't just a paradise of peace. It was a civilization of astonishing power. Their cities were said to shine like glass, built from crystalline stone that pulsed with harmonic energy. Legends describe vast spires of quartz that gathered the Earth's natural frequencies, harnessing power from the planet itself. This wasn't magic. It was science far beyond our own, a mastery of piezoelectric energy, where pressure within crystals generates light and power. Imagine cities illuminated not by fire, but by vibration. They healed through sound frequencies, tuning the human body like a living instrument. No medicine, no chemicals, just harmony, even now. Explorers report strange magnetic anomalies beneath the Arctic ice, areas where compasses spin uncontrollably, as though something ancient still hums below. Are these echoes of Hyperborean technology? Could machines from that civilization still lie dormant beneath the frozen tundra? Some say they once stabilized the planet's climate and magnetic field. If true, those northern machines may have kept Earth in balance until their silence brought catastrophe. The similarities between Hyperborea and Atlantis are too close to ignore. Both were said to be radiant civilizations powered by crystal energy. Both aligned their cities with Earth's magnetic grid. Both vanished after cataclysmic disasters. Plato spoke of Atlantis falling beneath the waves. Perhaps Hyperborea froze beneath the ice. Could they have been twin outposts of one great global civilization? Two polar guardians, one at the edge of the sea, the other at the crown of the world? If so, then their downfall may have been a single event, a pole shift that shattered the world, drowned Atlantis, and buried Hyperborea beneath eternal frost. And the myths that remain, from Greece, India, and the Norse, may be the scattered memories of that once unified human dawn. In Diodorus's account, Hyperborea's temple of Apollo was not like those in Greece. It was spherical, aligned with the stars, moving in harmony with celestial cycles. That design echoes other sacred sites across the world: Stonehenge, the Egyptian sun temples, Teotihuacan, and Machu Picchu, all built to mirror the heavens. Could these sites have inherited their blueprints from Hyperborea? The Greeks said that when Apollo left Delphi each winter for Hyperborea, the oracle's flame dimmed, and prophecy ceased. When he returned, the sacred fire reignited, and Greece's spiritual power was restored. That cycle suggests something profound. Prophecy itself, divine insight, depended on contact with Hyperborea. Without it, even gods grew silent. Hyperborean temples weren't only shrines. They were gateways. Their architects built them on geomagnetic hotspots, points where Earth's energy was strongest. These were natural portals, bridges between the physical and the spiritual. Across the world, we find the same pattern. Delphi's oracle, built above a fissure releasing vapors. Mesoamerican pyramids aligned with magnetic nodes. Tibetan monasteries perched on ley line crossings. Could all of these have been founded using Hyperborean principles, ancient blueprints of planetary energy? Perhaps they didn't just worship the gods. They engineered the conditions to meet them. The Hyperboreans were known as the children of the sun. Their festivals followed celestial rhythms, and their calendar was based on solar cycles, not mechanical time. They lived under the midnight sun, a world where light never died. But they didn't merely admire the sun. They communed with it. They believed the solar light carried divine consciousness, a frequency that sustained all life. To them, light wasn't just energy, it was wisdom. Their rituals celebrated unity between the human soul and the cosmic fire. And perhaps this connection, this symbiosis with light, was the secret behind their incredible longevity. Ancient writings claim Hyperborea knew no war, no sickness, no decay. How could such a society exist? Maybe because they had conquered the roots of suffering itself, greed, fear, and scarcity. Their technology provided abundance. Their spirituality erased competition. They didn't conquer nature. They harmonized with it. Some sources say their presence radiated peace so strongly that neighboring peoples were calmed by it, as though their very consciousness influenced reality. Could that be why Apollo, god of light and healing, preferred them to all others? Maybe to the Greeks, Hyperborea wasn't just a legend. It was a memory of humanity before the fall, before corruption, before ego. The most incredible claim about Hyperborea is this: they had the ability to shape matter with consciousness. Legends say they could move stone, heal wounds, and manifest energy through thought alone. Impossible? Perhaps. But modern physics now explores ideas like quantum entanglement, resonance, and psychokinesis, suggesting consciousness might indeed affect the physical world. Could the Hyperboreans have mastered what we are only beginning to rediscover? Think about it. Ancient architecture across the planet, massive monoliths, perfectly cut stones, impossible alignments, all built without modern machinery. What if those techniques didn't require brute strength? But mental resonance? Hyperborean builders may have harmonized with matter itself, shaping it like sound shapes water. Their temples weren't built on the earth, they were built with the earth. But paradise never lasts forever. Something happened. Something catastrophic. Geological records show sudden pole shifts, events so extreme they could have turned lush lands into frozen tombs overnight. In Siberia, mammoths were found with undigested food in their stomachs, frozen in an instant. Could Hyperborea have suffered the same fate? Imagine a thriving civilization, crystal cities pulsing with light, swallowed by blizzards in days, a paradise entombed beneath miles of ice. Some say a comet struck near the poles. Others blame solar flares, earthquakes, or floods that shattered the magnetic balance of Earth. Whatever it was, Hyperborea fell swiftly, not with a slow decline, but a single devastating moment, a flash freeze that silenced an age. Yet, the legends never say Hyperborea died. They say its people migrated south, carrying with them the seeds of civilization. From Greece to India, from Persia to the Norse lands, myths describe luminous northern teachers, tall, wise, radiant beings who brought knowledge of stars, agriculture, and divine law.